Howdy ho everyone, it's Phantom Claw and I'm gonna do a reaction video, and I'm probably gonna have upload 2 or 3 today and see how, and just to see how things go with it. If everything goes alright, then I might do some more, possibly. But like I said, that depends if everything goes alright. And the first one I'm going to be reacting to today is 5 urban legends that are actually true. Now this video was done by Top 5s, and a link to the original video will be in the description box down below. So you won't have to worry about hearing me commentate or see my ugly mug on camera. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, so now the reaction video is going to start in 3, 2, 1, and begin.
An urban legend is a story that is passed down over the years, that is usually based on myths and no real evidence. But some urban legends are loosely based on real-life events, and sometimes years after the legend has started, an event will take place that mimics it, turning it from an urban legend into a real-life event. Now these are mainly...
Yeah, wait a minute, that is kind of creepy.
But I do want to do a few different videos to do with mythical, paranormal and alien urban legends, so keep an eye out for those videos. But anyway, let's get started with this one. Kidney theft. You may have heard the urban legend of the businessman on a trip who meets a woman in a bar, and after spending the evening together drinking, she invites him back to her hotel room. Then the next thing the man remembers is waking up the next day. He is suffering with severe back pain and is taken to the emergency room, where doctors discovered he has undergone a major operation.
Just want to pause there for a second just to mention, if someone who I don't know comes up to me and offers me a drink, I'd probably be cautious about it. Like I don't usually go out to pubs and bars to actually for a drink or anything. But if I were, I'd probably be cautious of anybody who offers me a drink, because this is partly why, because like you never know what some people might do.
Just a few hours earlier, and unbeknown to the man, it's confirmed that one of his kidneys has been cleanly and professionally removed. It does sound like nothing more than a legend, but this has happened many times. One of the most documented cases being Naseem Mohammed, a 25-year-old labourer from Ahmedabad in India. Naseem was waiting with some other men at a labour market when he was approached by a man who offered him a 3-month painting contract. Desperate for work, Naseem accepted and was put up in a house where he was kept for 2 weeks. His recruiters told him they were waiting for a tender to pass before the work could begin, but Naseem was well fed and looked after while staying at the house and had no reason to suspect anything. Until one day he was persuaded into giving
until he realised it was too late.
The next thing he knows, he's waking up in a hospital bed. Naseem said he felt an acute pain on the left side of his body, and as he felt beneath the medical gown he'd been dressed in, he could feel a bandage and surgical tape. To his horror, he realised he had been operated on, and an armed guard who stood by the doorway confirmed that one of Naseem's kidneys had been illegally removed. Naseem was thought to be one of the last of over 500 vulnerable Indian men who were preyed upon by kidney thieves in that particular area. The victims were lured with promise of work, only to find out that they were part of an illegal transplant operation run by a team of doctors, the main man being Dr. Amit Kumar, who were being paid to supply human kidneys to the rich, wealthy Indians and foreigners. Naseem tells of the countless other Indian men who had their kidneys stolen without their knowledge, until they woke up to the realization that they were missing an organ, meaning this urban legend is in fact true. The killer in the back seat. The legend is that a woman is driving home alone late at night when she notices...
And also this is partly the reason why I never bother getting a driving license.
Even ramming the back of her car. When the woman arrives home, she realizes that the driver was trying to warn her that he could see a man in the back of her car who was about to attack her, who is an escaped murderer. In other versions of the tale, the woman stops for fuel and the attendant asks her to get out of her car and come to the office as there is a problem with her payment. Once in the office, the attendant asks if she's aware that there is a man sat in the back of her car with a machete.
Yeah, this is part of the reason why I don't actually get a driving license. I would like to drive, but this is part of the reason that puts me off from doing that, because of something like this happening.
This old legend has been used in many horror films, such as the original Halloween film, but it's thought that this urban legend is based on a story that took place in New York in 1964, when an unsuspecting police officer found an escaped murderer hiding in the back of his patrol car. After recognizing the dangerous killer, he shot him dead, and it's thought that the criminal was planning to kill the officer once he'd returned to the car. Despite the obvious differences in this story and the legend, it's widely believed that the killer in the back seat did originate from this incident. But another terrible real event took place in Chicago in 2013.
I want to read this. A man snuck into a woman's van while she was inside a Hammond something gas station paying for her items last week and later abducted and sexually assaulted her, Chicago police said Thursday.
When a man snuck into
Sorry about that, I
a
sometimes like
woman's
reading.
van while she was
I
inside
sometimes
the
read stuff like that whenever I hear about
the
it.
car and drove off, the attacker showed himself and assaulted her, and then told her to drive to a cash machine to withdraw cash. But there is a serious message that can be taken from this urban legend and the stories. Always lock your car doors, especially when you leave the car only briefly, because you never know who could climb in the back.
Exactly.
The body under the bed. Now, this next legend is a pretty disgusting one, but it has been around for many years. It tells the story of a honeymoon couple who check into their Las Vegas hotel and are delighted with their room, but as they settle in, they are aware of a bad odor, so bad that they ring down to reception to see if there is another room available. Unfortunately, the hotel is fully booked, but they offer to send a maid up to thoroughly clean the place to try and get rid of the smell. But when the couple return from their night out, they can still smell the odor. At this point, the pair were annoyed and started to tear the entire room apart in a bid to find the smell, and as they pulled the mattress off the box spring, they were horrified to find the corpse of a woman. That is the urban legend, and unfortunately this has happened long after the legend's origin. In 2010, police were searching for 28-year-old mother of five Sony Millbrook when they made a shocking discovery. Her body was found in a metal box frame beneath the mattress in room 222 of the Budget Inn Motel in Memphis. Millbrook had been missing for 2 months, and forensics confirmed her body had been under the bed all that time. It was also reported that the room was rented out around 5 times in the 2 months since the body was hiding,
Right.
so people had slept on the bed.
Seriously? Seriously? On you would have thought that the hotel people would, or motel people would, in this case, would have wanted to check the room just to make sure that you would have thought that whoever was cleaning the room out would have noticed that there was something or someone hiding under the freaking bed. Like didn't anyone notice the nasty smell in there when the body was decomposing? Or anything like that? And how is it that all the times the room was cleaned out after being rented out, that none of the maids had noticed anything nasty in there, such as a really bad odor? Because as I recall, I think I remember hearing about how whenever there's a dead body about that's already going through the whole decomposing process, you get that distinctive smell of death.
It was confirmed that she'd been murdered and had stayed at the motel prior to her death, but when payment wasn't made, her belongings were removed from the room and it was cleaned and rented out again. Millbrook's family repeatedly asked the motel staff if they could search the room when she first disappeared, but staff refused. Shortly after her discovery, Millbrook's boyfriend was arrested and convicted of her murder and sentenced to life in prison. It's crazy that if staff would have searched the motel room, her body would have been found, and no one would have slept just inches above her in that bed. And the body under the bed would have remained just an urban legend.
That it would.
killer is inside the house. This is one of the most popular legends out there. A teenage babysitter has put all the children to bed and is downstairs watching TV. The phone rings and the girl answers it. On the other end is a man laughing who tells her to check on the children. When she asks who is calling, he hangs up. Thinking the call is a hoax, the girl ignores it and carries on watching TV. The phone rings again with the same man, and now the girl is getting worried and decides to call the police. They tell her to wait at the house and they will trace the next call she gets. When the man rings again, the police call the girl and tell her the caller is inside the house and she should get out as soon as she can. The girl is greeted outside by the police and they tell her the caller is upstairs with the children. It's a creepy legend and has been used for many movies, but tragically there is a true story behind it and it involves 13-year-old Janet Christman. On the evening of March the 18th, 1950, Janet was babysitting a 3-year-old boy at his home in Columbia, Missouri. It was a stormy night and Janet had turned down a party invitation to earn a few extra dollars babysitting. At around 10:30 p.m., police officers received a call from a young girl who was screaming hysterically, asking for someone to help her. But before the policeman could identify the caller, the line went dead. The phone call could not be traced as no one was manning the telephone test board. When the child's parents returned from their night out at around 1:30 a.m., they found the house ransacked and made the most horrific discovery. Janet's body was lying in a pool of blood with evidence of her frantically running through the house. It's thought the intruder smashed a window and attacked Janet in the living room, hitting her over the head, possibly strangling her with the cord of an iron and attacking her with a mechanical pencil. The initial suspect for the murder was a local man who was known to carry a mechanical pencil and had shown an interest in Janet, but inexplicably there was little cooperation from the police and the sheriff's department involved in the case, so despite evidence linking the man to the crime, he was never convicted, and Janet's murder remains unsolved, sadly giving some truth to the babysitter.
And did they not investigate the guy? Did they not investigate the guy? Okay, I think this probably be a good place to end the video. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here now. Yeah. If you wanna watch the video in its entirety and find out what the last one is in this video, that top 5 that's done, then it's probably a good idea for you to go and click on a link in the description box down below. That will take you to the original video. And make sure you go check out all the other videos that Top 5s have done, because I have watched quite a few videos that these guys have done, and they are really good. Yeah, so this is gonna be like one of 2 or 3 reaction videos that I'm doing today, and unless I only do 1 reaction video, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this reaction video. And as I mentioned near the start of the video, if some of these reaction videos do well that I'm gonna upload, then I may do some more. If not, then, well, at least I tried. At least I can say that. So until next time, goodbye for now.